I have attended in one of the best universities in Ghana. I didn't say University of Ghana. Today, I want to share with you some of the experiences I had with non-Muslim lecturers when I was in one of the universities in Ghana. You know, from a Muslim perspective, this is because I had a lot of our Muslim brothers or sisters who share their experiences. Some share good experiences, some share bad experiences about some of the lectures in school. But what I'm coming to say here is something you might not have ever heard. So let's just go for a short commercial break while we come back.
ZAITUNIYA Hajj and Umrah Agency is accredited by Ghana Hajj Board and a member of Ghana Hajj Agents Association. What we do is we facilitate a comfortable pilgrimage from Ghana to Saudi Arabia. From payment of the package to performing Hajj and Umrah in Mecca and to a safe return to Ghana. We have operated over 30 years. For more information, come to ZAITUNIYA office at Mamobi, Nima, opposite Majestic Forex Bureau on top of Abbey National Bank, or contact us on the numbers on the screen.
So assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I have attended in one of the best universities in Ghana, and I'm not mentioning the name of the university because these days nothing is free. If you want me to advertise your school, you need to pay me. So basically, I'm coming to talk about three types of lecturers, non-Muslim lecturers that I have come across when I was in school. So let's start from where? Are we starting from the bad side or the good side? Okay, let's start with the good side. Everything has good people in them and the bad people in them. So let's start with the good ones. The first one that I want to talk about is one of the lecturers. He's a lecturer of economics. He is so amazing, you understand? Amazing lecturer. And I'll mention his name. I'll mention his name because I'm coming to speak good about him. But as to whether I'll mention the bad people, their name or not, until we get there, yeah? So this lecturer is amazing. He's called Michael Nsedu, a die-hard fan of Arsenal. This man, no matter whatever happens to Arsenal, whether they win or lose, he will still wear Arsenal jersey. He does not care whatever you say about that. And one amazing thing about him is that he has the young vibes. He vibes with a lot of the youth in universities, a lot of the students. He easily vibes with them. So if you have a problem with anything he teaches, you can easily just go to him and question him, and then he will answer. And then he's very serious. He's very serious when it comes to academics too. Very serious. Yeah, he's very serious in a lively way. Yeah. So let's talk about him relating to my religion as Muslim. When I was in school, I didn't wear this kind of cap. You understand? I was wearing, alhamdulillah, one of my, you can see the picture, right? I was wearing that type of cap. Hey, don't come and say that now I'm a boy's voice. No. So, alhamdulillah, when I was in class and I wear this cap, wear nice suit or something like that, and I was in class, I wear my cap. And when Mr. Nsedu sees me, he comes to the class, he tells everybody to take off their cap. Especially if you are wearing this type of cap and you are in his lectures, he will tell you to take it off. Yes, you take it off. But when I'm also trying to remove mine, I say, no, Alaji, don't remove yours. Everybody should take theirs except Alaji. He will not even wait for me to even take it off. So that is one thing I felt like it's a sign of a great respect that the man has for my religion as a Muslim. From there, I can assume that he knows what it means. So I think from there, he won my heart, and a lot of Muslims already like him, whether, because of my cap or no. The way he vibes is so amazing. Whether you're Muslim or a non-Muslim, you can easily walk to him in his office. Every time it's open, and the vibe is there. The youth vibe is there. This man, no matter what happens, you still have something to discuss with him, and that's one thing I like about him. Yeah. So especially when it comes to academics, he'll make you feel like the course is easy. Somebody teaching you macroeconomics or microeconomics everywhere. The guy is good at what he does. So let me take this opportunity to congratulate him for the award he has just earned quite recently. Yeah. And I was asking what is the meaning of outstanding paper. So I didn't really understand. So maybe you say, if you are there, you know the meaning. Anyone that knows the meaning of award, outstanding paper of the year or whatever, what does it mean? Please explain that one to me. If you've met him, the first lecturer, you will know that you might conclude that Christians are good or Christian lecturers are good. You understand? Because of the way he will make you feel, even if you are not his religion. Fast forward, let's go to the second lecturer. The second lecturer, you see, when you are talking about good, you come to middle, you come to end. You understand? The second lecturer is not a bad lecturer. He's good in the sense that he can vibe with anybody, but he's elderly and he's grown, but not too weak, you understand. He's strong. So one thing about him is that the man talks too much. He talks too much. If you have 3 hours for lectures, this man can use like half of the time for giving you advice or talking about, preaching to you, or Charlie, something else, So one thing about him, he talks too much. He's sociable. You can talk to him anytime. You can just feel free to go to him. He respects you as also while you respect him. I hope you understand. You respect students, yeah? I've not had any bad experience with him. That is why I speak like this about him. So one thing I know about him is that he talks too much. I think because maybe his age is part, that is why he talks too much, and he's considerable. He does really well when it comes to teaching his course. What course was he teaching? He was teaching, I think, was it corporate accounting or marketing or auditing? One of these 3, definitely, that was what he was teaching. So he can just veer off and then be discussing, talking. Then when you finish, now come back to the slides and then continue. But at the end of the day, he did well. So relating to my religion, I was wearing my cap still. He didn't tell me to take off my cap. No. He didn't tell me to take off my cap. He was really good. He just that because he's an elder in a church. He talks a lot about his religion and stuff. Anyway, I don't have any problem when someone preaches religion because I'm also a preacher. If I say he shouldn't preach, then people will tell me not to preach. Yeah, so when you talk about your religion and you talk it in a very nice way and with wisdom, then the other person doesn't feel, insulted. Yeah, you understand. So now come to this second lecturer. He too, if you met him, you would also conclude that Christians are quite disturbing and talking about religion too much. But in the nutshell, you conclude that he's also a good person and he's a good lecturer and he does not force people based on religion or see bad things about them. Yeah. So if you know any lecturer that is old, that used to be old in a school, he was teaching, I think, auditing or marketing or maybe corporate accounting, or maybe he was, and he was old, he talks and then do a tree when he talks. So if you know those kind of lecturers, you know who I'm talking about. Yes. Now let's come to the last lecturer. Now there's this lecturer that I don't know how to describe him. He is always in his car. Yeah. During that time, he used to park his car at the entrance of the one of the blocks in the school, and he's always a lecturer. He's always in his car. Anytime you see his face, he looks like someone who just woke up from sleep. Yeah, he looks like that. Though he was very punctual and he comes on time. One thing I had problem with him is that he was not somebody who liked religion. You understand? So if you don't like religion, keep it to yourself. But don't go around oppressing people. So sometimes he tells me to take off my cap, not this type of cap, my Muslim cap that I used to wear. So I didn't like the way he treated me and treated other people that were in class. But maybe the problem I had with him was one day he told me that when I was speaking with him, he told me not to get close to him. So I didn't hear what he said. So I got closer to hear him or to talk to him, and he slapped me. So I got angry though, but I didn't react because I realized that, Charlie, whether you react or not, nobody will take it. No, the authority of the school will not do anything about it. So I just let it slide. But in a nutshell, I think he was good when it comes to teaching, but the only thing I had with him was that he was not somebody who a lot of youth or the student vibe with, and sometimes when he gives assignments, you don't get it on time or something like that. So there was problem with a little bit of the academics, but when it comes to the lecturing, he was good with it. I hope you understand. And I think that is one amazing thing about the school. They are very serious when it comes to academics. So with this one, if you are a Muslim and you come in contact with this kind of lecturer, and maybe you know that he's a Christian and he doesn't like your religion, then you are most likely going to conclude that this man or Christians are bad, Christian lecturers are bad, and those kind of things. Yeah. So I think that for every good people, there's always the bad nuts. You understand? He was one of the bad people. You understand? Yeah. So Ghana is sold out as a country where Christians and non-Muslims, Christians and other religious people live with high level of tolerance and stuff. And I think that is good. As a Christian and as a Muslim, as other religion, we need to look forward to holding this in high esteem. But you always have people who hate you. If you're a Muslim, you always have this kind of Christians who will always hate you. They don't want you to pray. They don't want you, even when you dress, they start questioning you, not in a questioning just to know, but they start questioning you to make you look bad, or, them kind of people, you understand? So, even in Muslims, there are Muslims who will always insult Christians and thinking maybe they don't hear and then thinking they don't understand them. So I think that if we all hold this in high esteem, where we value each other and respect each other, but that does not mean you can't preach your religion to another person. You can still preach. And when you preach your religion to another person, that should not be interpreted as, you are insulting the person. No, I'm just telling you, my religion is right. Come and follow it. Take a look at it, research about it, and then join it. You understand? If I believe that something I'm selling to you is right, then why should I be hiding it from you? If later you come and discover that I had this nice thing and I'm keeping it to myself, won't you think that I'm a bad person? Yes, you will. And that is one of the reasons why we propagate our religion, or we talk about religion, or we call it to our religion, that kind of thing. I hope you understand. So let me end here and then we'll talk once again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
هنا مروا وكانوا قدوة للناس